Alright guys, I'm going to be talking about the 5 most annoying types of Smite players that you could find out in the wild, and then ranting about how much I don't like them. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting in the number 5 spot with insta-lockers. Every time I go to play Smite by myself with randoms, I always get some insta-locking bot who plays a damage roll, gets 0 kills, 15 deaths in less than 5 minutes, then proceeds to be toxic while sitting in fountain, begging to surrender at 10 minutes because it is a waste of his time. Maybe, instead of insta-locking a character you have no clue how to play, learn how to play the game first, then you might start winning games. At least if you're going to insta-lock a character, be good at the game. Now, there is a very rare subspecies of insta-lockers that only play support. They enjoy being the best meat shields for the good of the team. I really like them, and if there's any of those Giga Chads watching, you should 100% comment on this video so we can play together. With that out of my system, let's move on to the number 4 spot, useless VGS spammers. I like people who use VGS and tell me useful information, like enemies are missing, or to defend an objective, or maybe we need wards, but I hate when people only spam U-Rock after dying, or thanks after we lost the game. Also, there are people who just spam random stuff into the VGS and it's annoying. And yes, you could mute them and you won't have to deal with them in VGS, but if they do end up giving you any useful information, you won't be able to hear it or see it because you've muted them. It's not the most annoying thing in the world, but I do think it warrants a spot on this list. But moving on to the number 3 spot. At the number 3 spot, we have the rage quitter or the AFK person. I'm going to put this all in the same category. Anybody who isn't at their computer during the game or has left the game for whatever reason. I hate when people, I guess, go AFK on the loading screen, then when we get into the game, they aren't there, like this Scotty who's AFK for the first 2 minutes of the game. We're able to get red buff, but we lose the team fight because we're 4v5ing. Now for the rest of the game, we are fighting an uphill battle against an enemy team that is not level higher than us, and with an underleveled Scotty who is feeding her brains out, and we just lose. All because of this Scotty who wanted to go AFK for the first 2 minutes of the game, which just really sucks for everyone else involved. Moving on to the number 2 spot, we have throwers. People who get mad at the game, and instead of rage quitting, they kill themselves on purpose or just sit in the back of fountain for the rest of the game. Well, of course, trash talking and being toxic as well, you know, just gotta throw that in there. I've had an Anubis once run around in circles in the back of tower for 20 minutes straight before we finally surrendered. I don't know how you run around in the back of tower for 20 minutes straight. I would just die of boredom before that happened. But this is fairly common in Smite and is extremely annoying because you're wasting everyone's time involved, and that's the whole point of it. I don't really know how to deal with people who throw other than to report them after the game for doing so. At the number 1 spot, I have toxic players. I get Smite as a toxic game, and I expect my teammates and or enemies to be trash talking or after or during a game, which can be pretty funny, like this time on stream, but it also can ruin your time on the game. For example, a while ago I was playing a conquest game that was 55 minutes long, and we lost because my teammates were too busy being keyboard warriors typing to each other instead of just playing the game, and it turned out to be a massive waste of everyone's time and was just really annoying because I put 55 minutes of effort into a game and we ended up losing. It is the end of the video. If you guys like this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be live streaming over the weekend, so keep an eye out for that on my Twitter and my Instagram. Follow me if you haven't already, but see you guys later.